Hi guys, this is the Doodle Bracelet, which was designed by Keb5898 on Instagram, named because it shares some elements with the Amadeus bracelet, which was designed by Lumiella, and the Wiggle Doodle bracelet, I can never say that, which was designed by 5 Kids Cause Chaos. So I posted this one on Instagram a few days ago, and it's made with jelly bands, but the core is rainbow, if we can see, and the outside I've just done in clear jelly, which is quite effective. Not going to do that today. I'm going to do in standard opaques today, because I didn't think the clear jelly would show up terribly well on camera. But there we go. That's that one. As I say, it was designed by Keb5898, so if you don't already follow her on Instagram, pop along and give her a follow. I'll put her details down in the description box as always. So let's get started. I'm going to use white for the centre bands this time, just standard opaque white, and opaque rainbow colours for the outside bands. So there's what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9 colours there. You can use as many or as few as you like, or you can try doing it with the clear jelly like that one. So here we go. Pretty standard start, as always, cap band on the hook, and we're going to pull another band through that. So you should be using your core colour for this, so whichever colour you're going to have running up the middle. Okay, and we're going to add our first colour. So all we've done is reclaim one side of the cap band there, as usual. So add our first colour, which is through 2 loops. Leave that cap band down there and just pick up that outside one. Turn your hook around, and we're going to do the same on this side. So just slide that loop off and pick up the other side of that cap band. Pop that back on. Another colour, and again through 2 loops. Leave that cap band down there and pick that one up. So then we should have 6 loops on our hook like that. Take another centre band, and we're going to pull that just through these middle 2. So these middle 2 pink ones here. So through everything but the last 2 loops on your hook. So like that. And then we're going to pick up these 2 and the outside 2. This can be a little tricky because there's actually nothing holding that centre band there. So I need to rearrange that so those 2 loops sit on the outside and our new band sits like that, just underneath those 2. So be careful with that one because there's nothing actually holding it there. It's a little precarious and does tend to pop out if you're not careful. So then it's time to add our next colour, which for me is going to be opaque red, and we're going to pull that through 3 loops, which should be 1 of your colours and 2 of your centre bands. So through 3 loops, now reclaim that centre band we just added and reclaim that other colour like that. Okay, and we're going to have to turn that around and do the same on the other side. Be careful when you slide it for this first one because, as I say, that white band is prone to pop out. So take it to the other side and take another band, and again through those 3 loops, and we're going to pick up that centre loop and pick up that outside one and close the new one. Okay, So that's what we should have now. There's still very little holding that white one there, so be careful with it. Now we're going to have to move some bands. So these two pink ones, inside two here, we're going to move inside the white one. So I'm going to take that one and move it just inside that white one like that. And we're going to do the same on this side. Okay, so now we have 6 loops sat inside the white one, like that. Hold on to those, and we're going to pull a white band underneath all of these 6 loops in the middle, and we're going to pick up just these 2 red loops. Okay, taking another center band, and we're going to pull that through everything but the last 2 loops on your hook, which now should be a center one and an outside colour. Like that. Making sure to keep them in order. Once you've done that, we're just going to pick up this red loop here, this red loop here, previous center band, the outside band, and close your new center band. Then we're just going to rearrange that so these 2 loops here, this red one and this white one, are going to sit on the outside of the one we just added. Okay, like that. So that's what you should have now, and we can add another colour, which for me is going to be orange. So, and again we're going to go through 1, 2, 3 loops, and we're going to be picking up this one and this red one. So, through 3 loops, pick up that white one, skip the next white one, pick up the outside loop and close, turn your hook around and do the same thing to this side. So another orange band through 3 loops, pick up that white loop closest to your hook, skip the next one, pick up the outside colour and close the new one. Okay, so now we should have 4 bands sat in the middle. Before we add our next centre band, we're going to rearrange these again. So take this inside colour, this inside red loop here, and we're going to move that into the centre. So just over that white one. Do the same on this side, so this red loop, do it without blocking anything. This red loop goes over and inside that white one, like that. Which again gives us 6 loops sat inside our centre white loop. Take another centre band, and again we're going to pull that through everything but the last 2 loops, which are those 2. Keeping those in order, we're going to pick up that orange band, skip those 2 red ones, pick up the orange one, pick up the previous white one, the outside orange one, and close your new one. And again, rearrange, let's do this way around, rearrange these so your new band sits in the centre. Like that. And then we should have something that looks like that. So we can add our next colour, which for me is going to be yellow. And again, it's through 3 loops. pick up that white one, skip the next white one, pick up the outside one and close the yellow one. Turn that around and do the same to the other side. So through 3 loops, pick up that first white one, skip the next one, pick up the orange and close your yellow. Then we're going to rearrange these bands again. So these orange bands here are going to come inside this white one. Lift that up and just move that inside. Do the same on this side, so lift this orange one up and take it over and inside that white one, which again leaves us 6 loops in the centre, like that. Take another centre band, and again we're going to pull that through everything apart from these last 2 loops, which should be yellow and white. So through that lot, like that. And we're going to pick up the yellow band, skip those 2 middle orange bands, pick up the other yellow loop, the previous white loop, the outside yellow one, and close your new one. And again, we need to rearrange those. So our new band sits in the centre, so just take these 2 and move them to the outside like that. Okay, then it's time for our next colour, which for me is neon green. Our outside bands go through 3 loops, pick up that first white one, skip the next one, pick up the outside one and close the new one. Turn everything around and do the same on this side. So through 3 loops, pick up that white one, skip the next one, pick up the yellow and close that new one. Then we need to rearrange these again, so we're going to take these 2 yellow loops inside this white one. So just lift that one up and pop it in there like that. I'm going to do the same on this side, lift that one up and pop it in there like that. So again, we have 6 loops sat in the centre of our white bands. Take another white band and we're going to pull that through everything on our hook, apart from the last 2 loops. And we're going to pick up that green one, skip the 2 yellow, pick up the next green one. Now we need to skip this yellow one and come down here and get that last white one, pick up the outside green one and close your new white band. Again, rearrange these so these 2 here sit on the outside. I'm just going to move that one over there and move that one over there. Okay, then we're back to adding outside bands. So my next colour is going to be lime green, which is through 3, pick up that white band, skip the next one, pick up the outside neon green and close that off. Turn it around and do the same thing to the other side. So through 3, pick up that white one, skip the next one, pick up the outside and close the new one. then we have to rearrange these again. So we're going to move these 2 neon green loops into the center. So just move that one over inside that white band like that, and do the same thing to the other side. Take that one up and over inside to make a total of 6 loops in the middle again. Take another white band and again pull that through everything but the last 2 loops on your hook. And pick up the lime green, skip the 2 neon, pick up the other lime green, skip that one, pick up the previous white center band, that outside green one, and close that new center band. And again, we need to rearrange these, so take this one and this one to the outside, which lets that new one sit in the middle. Okay. At this stage we're back again to adding outside bands, so I'll do this once more and then I'll show you how to close it. So my next colour is opaque purple, and that goes through 3, pick up that white band, skip that next one, pick up the outside band and close it off. Turn that around and do the same thing to the other side. Through 3 loops, pick up that white one, skip the next one, pick up the outside one and close that new purple. And we're going to rearrange these lime green loops to sit in the middle again. So just up and over into the middle like that. And same with this side, up and over into the middle. Take another center band and again through everything but the last 2 loops on your hook. Pick up that purple one, skip these 2 green, pick up the next purple one, skip that green, pick up the previous white band, the outside purple one, and close the new white one. Rearrange these 2 bands so they sit on the outside, like that. And there we go. Just keep going like that until your bracelet is long enough. To finish it off is pretty simple. Once I get to the stage, just take a core colour band, a white one for me, the same as your cat band, and pull that through everything on your hook. Oops, sorry about that. Pull that through everything on your hook, and then you can just pop a C-clip on it like that. When it's a bit longer, of course. I'm just going to pop that one back on my hook because I am going to finish it. There we go. So, there you have it. That is the Doodle bracelet, which was designed by Keb5898. Haven't got an exact band count for you at the moment, but I will get one and pop it down in the description box. So, if you do make one, please remember to tag Keb and myself, as we'd both love to see your renditions. Okay, thanks guys. Bye.